In 3, 2, 1, live action. Whew, this base. So while I'm waiting on everybody to hop in here, I'm going to prep my skin because it needs it. So I have already cleansed, and I'm going to use a toner, the activated charcoal pore minimizer tonic. I just use a little cotton round. Just say hey if you're watching. So this is going to help minimize my pores, and it's going to balance out my pH level in my skin and just prep it and get it ready. And if I missed any, if it's still dirty, which it's not, then it will pick up some more dirt that the cleanser left behind. Just prepping the skin. I always prep my skin. Always, always, always before I do any makeup. While that dries, I'm going to spray my face with the mineral water spray. So this is going to give a little more. Ooh, I'm always scared. So it's just like a mist. It's literally like fresh mineral water. That's all it is. And it's for all skin types. It's like a dupe for something that Sephora carries. And I cannot remember the name of it. I thought of it the other day and then I forgot what it was. So that's just going to kind of like hydrate the skin and get it refreshed. I'm going to prep my lips. This is the lip scrub by Save the Lips. And it does smell like watermelon. Looks like that. It's like a sugar base. And I've got something all over it. Oh. I've got eyeliner all over it where I have my pencil sharpener with it. So I'm going to go wipe that off because if I don't, I'll have it all over my face. Say hey if you're watching. Prepping my skin right now and then I'm going to put makeup on. So we're just going to dip our little ring finger here into this lip scrub. This is going to help if your lips like peel and they just need a good exfoliation. It tastes good. It smells good. I just rub it all over until I feel like it's exfoliated enough. Very affordable, maybe, I don't know, $5. All natural ingredients. Then I'm going to take my wipes, my BeFit wipes, because I'm out of my Scentsy wipes. And I'm just going to wipe that off. You could do this before or after your foundation. I think my colleagues here would agree that all we want is the best. I'm just going to wipe that off. Prep our lips. This is usually stuff I do off camera because I feel like y'all wouldn't be interested, but maybe you are. Now, while that's kind of dry and settling down, I'm going to do some eye cream. Age Versus eye cream, and we have new packaging now. This is the older packaging. The newer packaging is going to be like a pump like that. And I just put on a little bit. And I don't put it on with a lot of pressure. I just kind of mush it in. I put it all the way around my eye socket. I don't put it near the eye, like actually right here. I put it on that bone there. It's called something. I'm bad for not remembering names. But it hydrates my eyebrows too, and it helps my eyebrow product go on better. But this eye cream is just mainly for hydration, and it is an anti-aging cream. So it'll help a little bit with like darkness and fine lines under there, and firming. Now I can do my lip balm. It's Save the Lips lip balm. It's like a little set here you can get together or separate. Wait, I don't know if you can buy that together or not. It might just be separate. I can't remember. But I don't use the little applicator on my lips. I squirt it onto my finger. I use my ring finger a lot because it's the least amount of pressure you'll apply. Which, you know, whatever. And then now my lips are prepped. Now that that mineral water has kind of soaked in, I can put on my moisturizer. Actually, I'm going to do this serum first. I'm going to do a serum first. It's the foamy serum. It's just a little, it says deep hydration serum moisturizer. And that's just going to give me, a lot of girls are using this as a primer. That's kind of what I'm going to do today. But a serum should go on before foundation, because it's a thinner consistency and it's made to like go on before moisturizers. Moisturizers are thicker and they're going to lay on more on top of the skin. A serum's going to kind of penetrate deep within. So serums are really good for you. I actually just ordered the Age Reversus serum. I don't stick to just one line. I use a little bit of everything. I have come up with a concoction to whatever is beneficial for me and all my skin concerns. And the reason I have this little place and this little place is hormonal acne right now. From that time of the month, and it happens every freaking time. So once that's kind of settled in, then I'll go over it with my moisturizer. And it does make it feel a little bit tacky. That's why it's like been, girls are using it as a primer, but I'm using it as an actual serum today. And then I'm going to put a little bit of moisturizer over that. Ugh. That's the Age Reversus. This is the older packaging. They have newer packaging. It's going to be a larger bottle. And it's more chic and like fancy. There's now an Age Reversus tonic and a nighttime face mask. These products are so good. They smell good. They're good for your skin. They're going to help with wrinkles and dark spots and firmness. They're going to turn you from 50 to 25 in a week. Just kidding. Now, I still have eyelash glue on my eyelid. Let's see if I can get that off. I try to get it off earlier. Anytime I wear lashes, I'll leave behind glue for like 2 or 3 days, and I can never get it off. It's probably still there, but it's alright. Okay, now, oh, I know what's wrong. I don't have my mirror in front of me, and I'm like wondering why I'm all out of sorts. Ugh. It's dirty. Now, I might be able to see what I'm doing. I feel like I couldn't see nothing. So, just trying to decide. I guess I will do my eyebrows. Yeah, because I'm scared the pigment's gonna have fallout. So let's do our eyebrows first. Super quick with this brow liner shade 02. Make sure they're brushed out. I'm not seeing any comments, so maybe y'all just ain't saying nothing, or it's my Facebook acting weird. These definitely need to be groomed, but I'm not really too worried about it right now. Like, if you look closely, you see these little hairs I need to pluck, but I'm not really concerned with it. I need to sharpen this. So I literally just have this little elf. Elves made it. No, I'm just kidding. And I just sharpen it. It works good. I haven't look how good it works. And people are having trouble sharpening these things and they don't. And this little elf one, I don't even know how long I've had it, where I got it, but it works so good. And I can get it sharper, but this is fine. So I'm just going to fill it in. Follow the natural way that it's growing. Or the natural line. I'm just filling a little bit up here. Nothing fancy today. I love these pencils because I would normally use a pomade or even a retractable pencil, and it would take me so long to do my eyebrows. But with this, I could do it super fast and they look real natural. The only thing I wish they had a spoolie on the end of it. I have to use this brush. It's like a wax formula. I'm gonna leave it like that. And go to this side. I have a little bald spot right there. I don't know why. What are you doing? So Cash is in here in my room watching Cobra Kai. Season 3 came out. I don't know if y'all watched it or not, but he loves it. Not much pressure, barely any pressure. You do not need to press down hardly at all. This is the shade 01. It's just a little lighter. You're gonna give me trouble today. I'm really going for natural, so nothing like an Instagram brow or nothing today. But I will line out the bottom a little bit with a concealer. I like using the stick concealer, shade 03. It is Farmasi as well. And I just take this flat brush, which is Anastasia number 18. And I just pick up some product. And this is what makes my brows, this is like the icing on the cake. So if you kind of like aren't that great at filling in, if you just use a little concealer to touch them up, line them out, then it fixes any mistakes. It covers up those brows too that I don't feel like plucking. And we'll just do the bottom part. See the difference between one side to the other. Same thing over here. You can use this to prime your lid too if you want to. I keep it straight as I can. I don't want it to go here and then kind of go up. If that makes sense. You want it to be straight, in my opinion. I mean, it's going to go up a little bit. It's like, for the most part, it should have like a straight line. Because otherwise it looks like a box and then like a curve, and that just drives me crazy. We all learn, because I've had mine that way before. Okay. Good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough. I'm gonna get a sip of this water, y'all. This is lemon water with cinnamon. It's cinnamon, lemon, and honey, but I squirted a little bit of that stevia, that liquid sweetener, like artificial sweetener, and I put way too much, and it's like really, really sweet. It has a good flavor, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. Prime my lids. I'm gonna use the eyelid primer. Just looks like a little pot like this. You can go straight in with your finger. You can use a brush. I'm gonna use a brush. If I can find the damn thing. So I did a wedding party. The January 1st, New Year's. They started their year out with a bang, which I thought was cool, but so I have, you know, trying to get everything put back in place and making sure my brushes are clean and organized, and I might struggle with finding things, especially brushes. So this primer can actually be used for blemishes, like this little spot right there. I don't know what that is, but you could use this primer and it will cover it up. Also, and there's a little spot right here, it's going to help your foundation actually stick to those areas where you need it the most. I just got a little bit of redness going on where I cleansed my skin. And a little spot right here. But yeah, you could use it like a spot conceal. And I don't really blend it out extremely much, just kind of place it. But the eyeshadow primer is good for the lids because it's going to help your eyeshadow, prevent it from creasing, and it will stay on longer, and it'll help your eyeshadow blend out smoother. It's like a matte, real matte finish. It's going to cover up any of the discoloration there on your eyelids. A lot of girls have like a blue tint to their eyelids, or like redness, and like I do, and that is a good, nice little base there. So the pigment I'm going to be playing with is this new little gold shade of pigment. I have not used it yet. We have several shades. Like, just for an example, I'll show a couple here. I've got them all laid out, but we have like blue, yellow, this green, a lot of shades. They're like copper tone, and this is the new gold pigment. These are really highly pigmented, and I have not played with this yet. So I'm just going to start out with this. This is like the best brown eyeshadow for a good, it's a great, like, if you're real basic and you just like one simple eyeshadow shade, this is perfect. It's like a great transition color, and it's just a pretty like neutral brown. And I'm just going to use a fluffy brush and place it. We have several shades of these, but there's, you know, different other shades, but I just love this as like a lot of girls will use like bronzer right here for this. And this is just a real good eyeshadow for that transition. It just kind of contours your eye and it gives it a lift almost. And I just place it right above the actual crease line and in between the brow bone and the crease, just right around in here. And you can actually bring it out here a little bit and curve it up some, and it'll like give you a lift. Now it's gonna look like this is what drives me nuts when I don't pluck my eyebrows. It makes my eyeshadow look like it ain't blended. We're gonna have to pluck these tonight. We're gonna have to do it, girls. I'm telling you, I don't know what has been going on with me, but like I took kind of a break. And well, I didn't really take a break. I still been working my business. I just haven't been doing lives. When you know, the week of Christmas, I was like, I'm just gonna like chill a little bit. I don't want to become this annoying pharmacy robot. But I'm just, you know, I do work my business, but I felt the need to kind of just take a little rest and not do, which I don't recommend. You know, if you're in this type of business, you don't ever want to like take a break, but there's nothing wrong with, I mean, it's just like you work whenever you want to work, do what you want to do. But my point is I haven't been on here just because I got lazy. And that's the God's honest truth. I got lazy. Like, I've had time to do it, but I haven't had a reason to put makeup on much. Actually, I did. When I did my TikTok, I was going to go live, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do a TikTok. I feel like that's faster. But, and I enjoy that. I love doing them things. They're so fun. So, we just doing... It's going to look like it ain't blended, guys, but I promise it is. It's these stupid eyebrow hairs. Sorry, I'm not seeing any comments. Facebook is crazy sometimes. Hi there. Thanks, Tess. You go first. Eyebrows on fleek. I still say that. Scribbled heart on your shirt. Thank you. This thing come from a consignment shop, and I just threw it on. Because I had it in my nightgown, and I was like, well, I better not wear that. Or put on at least a bralette. Okay, let's see. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Alright. So, warm taupe. What we just used. Eyeshadow wise. Now let's do coffee brown. This is a brown with a metallic look to it, or like a shimmer. So the other one was like a matte. This has got a shine to it. Okay. Warm taupe. We'll swatch it real fast. It's a matte. And it looks like that. Okay. This is kind of like a, I don't know, a bronze. I don't know colors. A copper, kind of. It's coffee brown. And we switched over to like a little smaller fluffy brush. Kind of has a little angle to it, maybe. Or don't. And we're just going to place it on the outer part of the eyelid. And then blend it in a little bit towards the middle. So I like to pack it on and then blend it in little circles. And we're pulling it up just a little bit on the outer part to give us an illusion that our eye is lifted. And we want it to blend. We don't want a big triangle up there or a harsh line. I know I say that word, harsh line a lot, but what are you doing, Cash?
My schoolwork.
And then I'm gonna actually pick up that warm tape again. And I'm gonna go back on this outer part. I don't like a lot of, I need to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm gonna actually bring it in a little bit further. So let's go to the other side. Gosh, I don't like it being so quiet.
I don't want to miss schoolwork.
It's fine. Do your schoolwork. You're good. Do you need to go in there? I'm gonna poke myself in the eyeball. Now I'm gonna pick back up that brown taupe, warm taupe again. Okay, let's just move on to this. See, I don't know whether I want to do a cut crease and make it, I want it to be something you guys can do if you're a beginner or not as advanced. I don't want to like overwhelm anybody. So I'm going to see how this goes. Trying to think of the best way to apply it. Okay, I think I'm just going to use a little flat brush and I'm going to spray it with this refreshing spray. The B-Fit line has a refreshing spray and I'm just going to give it a good old squirt. I'll just kind of do this right here. It was warm taupe and coffee brown is what I used. Now this is the gold pigment in the it's called Golden Forest. It's new, but what I do is it actually comes with this little lid thing that has little holes in it, right? I pop that off very, very carefully and gently. It will come off easy, but just be careful because you can get this stuff everywhere. So it looks like that. And I'm just going to like tap my brush into it just on the flat, one side of the flat side, whatever. And then I'm just kind of tapping it off. So I have like some pigment on there. Focus. And we're just going to place it on the lid like so. Now, you can put some concealer down first, and if you know what you're doing and you want to make a cut crease, this would be perfect for that. Or even some glitter glue. This will work too, what I'm doing. So I tap it on, and then I just kind of mush it in there. And you can bring it up a little bit above your actual crease, because if I left it right here in the crease, it's going to hide in there when I open my eyes and look forward, because I do have a little hood. So if you don't want to lose it, that's why I love cut creases so much, you will bring it up a little bit. And if you want to look forward to try to find where it needs to go, you can. But I tilt my head back and kind of keep my lid as flat as possible so I can see what I'm doing. And you may have to re-wet the brush because it's already dry. I'm not focusing a whole lot on this part of my lid because I'm going to put liner there. I'm just going to kind of let it blend together. So it looks like that. I'm going to spray my... Oh, gosh. I just about made a mess. I did make a little bit of a mess, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to spray my brush again. I've dropped a little bit on my countertop here, so I'm just going to pick it up from there because we don't waste makeup. Okay, so see, this is a wetter brush, so it turned it into almost like a cream. I picked up too much pigment, so I have a little clump right here, which is actually okay. It's making it more pigmented. Just gotta blend it out. My stomach's growling for some reason, and I just ate. Maybe it's just digesting. I made myself an omelet with some onions and diced tomatoes and cheese, of course, and some spicy Jimmy Dean sausage and some salsa. I like using salsa or hot sauce with my omelets, and it hit the spot. So I'm just building this up to like the way that I want it, I guess. See how I made that fake crease there? Or I pulled it, I brought it up a little above my actual crease. And now I'm going to take my wipe and just kind of wipe off with a fallout. This is the main reason why I do eyeshadow first. Especially when I know I'm going to work with something that's going to have some fallout. And that's all I'm going to do with the pigment. So now I'm going to pick up some more of that coffee brown shade and make sure that is blended together and we didn't lose that. Okay. We'll pop our eyeliner on. So what I used was this little gold. It's called Gold Forest. Honestly, it's not the color gold I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be more like a lighter type of gold. Can't think. But it's still pretty. I can't get my lid on it. Okay. Eyeliner. I'm coming. Let's see. I have options. I could do black. I could do like a dark blue. I definitely don't want to do this light blue. That's not going to look right. I have brown. And then I have this green. Let's do the green. It's like a... I can't describe what color green this is. Or it's like a teal turquoise looking color. Let's just be fun. Why not? I need to do a whole lesson on wing eyeliner. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't describe this color. This side. Matching it is always the hardest part. It's never going to be perfect. If it's too perfect and you see pictures on you know, like Instagram and things like that, it's more than likely photoshopped. If it's like just too perfect. That's with everything, even skin. Yeah. I blinked. Well, guys, I don't know why it's like acting crazy over here. Feels like not wanting to put any color out. Come on, get it together. You ain't straight. How about that one? She thick. She a little warped. Let's curl these lashes. I don't know if these colors look okay together or not. I mean, black or brown also would look good, I think. I just want to play with some of the color. You are natural beauty and pretty much very extremely talented. Most everything you do is perfect. It's on your face. Nobody's perfect. Definitely I'm not, so. So this is also something we sell on the website. Super affordable and it works really good. Way better than the other one I had. I hated that thing. What mascara do I want to use today? Let's do one I haven't used in a while. And that would be the 3D Effect High Definition Lash Mascara. We have several mascaras. I think there's like 9 now, if I'm not wrong. So it is like a fatter, kind of thicker brush, and I just kind of take off it. It does pick up a lot of product, and I just kind of take it off a little bit. And it's also good to use lash primers. I used a CoverGirl eyelash primer. Lancome has a good one, and Jane Iredale is a good one. But those are so expensive. So I just stick to my CoverGirl most of the time, which is about empty. But I wanted you to see the actual true, performance of this. So this one is, in comparison to like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So I just did just a thin layer. I don't personally like thick brushes like this because I don't really have that long of eyelashes, and I have to get so close to my lash line, and I like more of like a comb style and ones that, you know, separate your lashes more than give it some. I'm not too concerned with thickness or fullness. I like length. So this is really a good mascara. This is one of the most popular ones, but my favorite in what Farmasi carries is the optimal style, and it's because it's kind of like a 3-in-1 where it's got length, volume, and curl, and it defines my eyelashes more and kind of makes them longer, and that's what I like. And I like the way that I can get really close to my lash line and like pull up, and I just love that mascara. There's a new vegan one, which is a limited edition. I would definitely check in on that one because it is gonna get gone if it's not already. And I heard it was not sticking around, but everybody's like, "Oh my god, why it's so good?" And I haven't even tried it yet. I haven't even got it, but it's a vegan one. This is taking forever. I'm sorry, guys. Mascara takes so long. So I'm just kind of going back and forth and making sure they're spread, you know, whatever. You can do as many coats as you want, but that's pretty much what it looks like on its own on my lashes, and everybody's different. And you can probably just keep on keeping on. And they'll just keep on keeping on. I'm not going to go on the bottom right now. Okay. We'll leave that alone. We'll come back to the eyes probably. Do some touch up. Do some extra things. We'll need some color on the lower lash line. But we'll go ahead and do our CC cream. So this is the light to medium CC cream. It is a color correcting, skin perfecting balm. There's like 4 different shades, I believe. I'm just going to put it on my actual face and then I'll blend it out. I think there's light to medium, medium, and then medium to dark, I'm pretty sure. It is a full coverage. For it to be a CC, it is a full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy. I've tried other CC creams and for some reason they feel like heavier than a foundation on me. Blend it out. I'm going to use a sponge. You could use a brush. You're going to get a little more coverage probably with a brush, or even if you want to use your fingers, use your fingers. But I just like using a sponge. I feel like it just blends out real flawlessly. So it's going to cover, but it's going to also make, I'm not going to look like over made up. Like, if that makes sense. It'll still look like my skin. You want to bring it down your neck. These little baby hairs. How do I still have baby hairs? Is that like something that you just live with your whole life? They annoy the crap out of me. I've actually shaved them off before. Like with one of them straight razor things that you... This thing, hold on. One of these, I like straight up said, gave myself a little hairline and then they grew back. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more. Trust the process. I probably look like a little ghostly right now, like washed out. But that's why you need more products than just a foundation. Concealer, powder, bronzer, all that really can make a difference. Sorry, y'all, I'm taking forever to blend. You should see when nobody is on here with me, how long I'll blend. Now, concealer. So this is just the CC cream by itself. I do look washed out, but it's the lighting, because in the mirror it looks good. It matches my neck real good. That's the most important thing. Now we're going to add some concealer to cover up a little more under them eyes. And I use the shade 03 Light Ivory in the Farmasi liquid. Just trying to find the newest one because one of them was about empty. So it looks like this. It is a small tube. I paid like $5 for this. And it has a little one like that. But I love this concealer. At first I was like, when I first tried it, I'm not gonna lie, because I was used to Tarte Shape Tape, and you all know that's like a really full coverage, thick concealer, and I thought that nothing was gonna be as good as that. Well, I tried this and I was like, wow, this is not as thick. But after wearing it, I was like, oh, I love this, because it does brighten, and that's what I go for, is the brightening. But it's because it's not such a thick, heavy formula. It's not real drying under the eyes, and it doesn't cake, it doesn't crease, and it doesn't like age my under eye like the Tarte Shape Tape. Like I did like a comparison before with how one looked through the other, and this stays on so good throughout the day. You see it brightens. It's not the fullest coverage, and if you want more coverage you can just add a little more. But like if you have a lot of darkness under your eyes, it may not cover as much as you would like, but I would recommend using like a color corrector before you put your concealer on, and it's going to be like an orangey or peachy tone, and I have one if I can find it. Hold on. It looks like this is the color that you would want to put on first. See, it's like kind of peachy. Well, it don't look like it on the camera, but it's like a peach orange kind of color, and this will color correct. This is what you would put on first, and then your foundation, and then your concealer. But I like it. I like this formula. And the way that it looks under my eyes, I'm very pleased with that. You can put a little bit right here in the center of the forehead. I'm gonna just use what's kind of on my sponge. Now we want to set everything, and I use a transparent powder to set my concealer, and I'm about down to pan, but this is a transparent powder. I use a dry sponge. This is Real Techniques. It's like velvety soft, and I don't wet this. I use this dry, and I put it right into the pan, and I just tap it on. I don't even get real close up under here. I just kind of put it on right under that. Tap, tap, tap in. And then I will put a little on my chin and a little on the areas that I get oily. And around my nose. You can take like the corner part if you want and get right around in your nose a little better. It smells good. Smells like babies and vanilla. I don't know. So now we will go in with this face perfecting powder. This is shade 03. It's like a light medium neutral. This is the stuff right here. This is what I like. This is what makes my skin look like it's Photoshop. I just take a big brush. I don't use the little compact that comes with it. And I just pick up a lot of product, tap it off a little bit, and I start tapping it on, and then I brush it in. And that's where I blend out that transparent powder. You can bring this down your neck. It's going to help with it's going to give you a little more coverage, and it is going to smooth the skin, and it is going to mattify, but it's not over drying. It blurs like your pores and stuff. Smells good as well. Everybody loves the smell of this powder. Most of our products smell good. Okay, so now we have our base, and we're ready to do some contour, bronzer, blush, and highlighter. Let me wipe my lips a little bit. I'm going to apply some of this lip conditioner. It's just like a primer for your lips, but it's going to condition. I'll go ahead and put that on there. Let that settle. And we need bronzer. And this is the best bronzer, y'all. And they have discontinued it. And I don't know if they're just working on different packaging. But as popular as this is, I don't see why they wouldn't bring it back. And they might even be making a smaller one or putting it in a different compact. I don't know. It looks like one that drugstore carries. I believe it's L'Oreal, but it's not at all the same formula. The packaging to me looks like it, but this stuff is the best freaking bronzer. And I'm gonna cry if they do not bring it back. I bet they will. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. But if they do, we do have other bronzers, but this is just the perfect shade. Maybe they're making more shades because there's like one shade, and then maybe I don't know what they're doing. We don't ever know. So bronzer is just going to warm up my skin. Placing it basically, if you think of like a letter C or a letter 3. You ain't got to be precise with it. I just don't recommend putting it I don't put it any down here. I just kind of leave it up at the top. I can even bring it out onto my apples of my cheeks. And it's very buildable, so you don't have to worry about picking up too much product and then like, oh my god, that's too much, I can't get it blended out. It blends so easy, and it doesn't, like, it's just buildable, but it gives a really nice tan to the face, like you've literally been kissed by the sun. It's not orange, it's not too cool like mud. It's not a contour bronzer, but it is just a warming up bronzer. But look how much better that looks with that alone. And you could literally just like throw on some lip gloss and go. And I can just keep on putting that on, but I'm gonna stop. Alright. Now this is where I contour. We use the pen. No, we don't. Let's do the face sculpting palette, which is the contour palette. So I'm going to use this shade to actually contour. Now this is real close to that Sunkissed bronzer too. That one. It's just a little different, the formula, but I'm going to use this to contour. I use a little bit more of a defined brush. God, I'm gonna find it. This is my favorite, y'all. I don't know why I love this girl. It's Elf. You see it right there? It's Elf. And it looks like it's a brush that's falling apart, but really it's just made like that. It's like a little dense brush, but then these little sprigglies. And I don't know why, but it gives me the perfect, it's just so cheap, but it looks so nice. Like, I don't know. So, I just pick up that bronzer part, and I will place it right underneath where I bronze. Like, on it, but like, it's just going to deepen it up a little bit more. I also like the Milani. Milani carries one that I love to do this with. It's this one. It's Silky Matte shade 02, and I love this shade for a contour bronzer. But we're just using this today. It just basically deepens that up a little bit more and gives me more of a sculpted look. And this works even if I'm tan or if I'm fair. And then we're going to kind of sharpen up this jawline a little bit. So we don't have two chins. We have one. I hear my kids in there fighting. And we're going to place them right under here. Because that gives it an illusion a little bit that your lip's so big there's a shadow, and it gives you a kind of a pout. I'm not sure how much that helps, but and if you want to brighten even a little bit underneath, you can take some of that lightened powder here if you want. This is just optional, and you can just kind of brighten a little more. Or you can use this in place of, instead of using that transparent powder I used, you can just use this palette to do the whole thing, like the bronze, contour, and the highlight underneath. But I'm too bougie to be using just one compact. I gotta have like 4 different things. Oh, I got a big clump of cinnamon. Okay. We're getting close. We're getting close. Blush. Blush. Oh, nice blushy-roo. This blush is my favorite. So I do have a little bit of a collection of blushes here. I'm a Milani girl. I love, if it comes drugstore-wise, I love Milani. A lot of their products, that's just pretty to me. I think it's more the packaging than anything. But I do like that color and this color. But then there's this one that's got like the shimmer to it. That's Milani too. That's called Dulce Pink. This is supposed to be like similar to NARS Orgasm, which I have a NARS Orgasm, but it's the illuminating loose powder, and it is not really nothing like the actual blush. But Farmasi carries a lot of these little single blushes like this, and I love those. But this Terracotta 17 is my favorite. It is so pretty, and I don't know why I love it, but I do, because I normally don't go for blush. It looks dark in the pan, but it's not. They're so tightly compacted in there. Like, it's not going to come off like super, super dark on your face. I just kind of pat it in, and then I'll tap it off, and then I'll do a little smirk, and I have to find my apple. And that's where I'll place it. And I love that. It's got a hint of shimmer to it, but not so much that it's... I don't like blushes that are too shimmery, because I'm like, well, I'm going to put a highlighter on, so why does my blush need to be that shimmery? So just a hint of a glow to me is like so beautiful. And it looks so youthful, and it makes your skin look healthy. And I just put it on my apples, but then I blend it, and I use a brush that's slanted like that and soft. And I just kind of let it hug my cheek and just kind of blend it out into that a little bit. I don't want to lose my bronzer, so it's just more pigment here, and then it lightly goes out into your bronzer. So but yeah, this is Terracotta number 17. The terracotta stuff is a little bit more pricey, but I think it's a little, I don't know, it might be, I'm not really sure why. We're going to put a little on my nose. It just has a little bit of a shine to it. You see that? It's not glittery, it's like a glowy look, if that makes sense. They have powders, highlighter. Just some beautiful formulas. Okay. I'm getting a headache now. Gosh, do me a favor. Yeah. Hand me that ibuprofen right there. I knew I was going to get a headache. Every time I go live, it's these stupid lights that gives me a headache. I feel it coming, so I'm trying to beat it before it goes, or before it comes too strong. Oh, this is Tylenol. I thought I had ibuprofen. Sorry, y'all. I gotta take a drug break. Look. Okay.
Addict.
I am an ibuprofen addict. I gotta dilute that down. Okay. But there's our eyes so far. We need to put some color underneath. I want to use a color that looks similar to that. So, I can't think off the top of my head which one would work. I'm just gonna grab these these palettes, because I feel like one of them might work. Yeah, okay. This'll work. Good enough. And it's got a little bit of a gold to it. So this is a ColourPop palette. ColourPop's my favorite eyeshadow palettes. And I'm still waiting on Farmasi's, they launched like 4 new palettes. And I'm still waiting on 2 that I've ordered. So I am so excited to see how well they perform, because I'm big on, I'm judgmental a little bit when it comes to eyeshadow. And ColourPop has been one of my favorites, and they're really affordable. So there's some that I'm not, some that doesn't perform as great as I would like some of the shades. But Anyway, I feel like this green right here will work. What is it called? Monaco. But it's like a green. It kind of looks like that shade, but it's got gold in it. So we're going to put that on our lower lash line as soon as I find the brush that I need. Here it is. So I dab it in, tap it off. I'm just going to place it on there. Top line it on. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the center. I'm trying to do this looking in that mirror is too far away. Real pretty. Has like a brown undertone. Now, I don't like to leave it like that. I will always blend it out. And I'll blend it sometimes and it leaves like a little, almost like a point there. Gosh, what are you eating? A brownie. Let's see if you did that. Did you finish your schoolwork?
Almost.
Oh. But that just makes such a big difference to have a little bit of color underneath there. Sorry, if y'all are messaging me, I'm sorry. I don't see none of this. Oh, Amy, I love the CC cream. Conditioner. Oh, I didn't even know we had a new revised lip conditioner. I didn't. It's so much to keep up with. Okay. No, we need some liner in the lower waterline. So you can leave it like this. But I'm going to put a little bit of black Everlast liner. These are so good. Just a little bit in my waterline. Very gently roll down your under eyelid. Don't want to tug and pull on it. And then I will put some mascara on that lower lash line. This is where I'll use my Optimal for this, because the wand is easier to do the bottom lash line. I don't like to do a whole lot. I don't want to look like I have a spider on my eyeball. I don't want it to look clumpy. I'm just going to take an empty spoolie and go through it, make sure there's no clumps. I don't know what's on that. And then now we can do, I'm not going to do highlighter because I just want to, sometimes I don't want a bunch of highlighter. I'm just going to leave it like that, and I look a little bit glowy anyway from the blush. So basically we just got our lips to do. I don't know what color. I'm probably going to stick to a nude because that's just what I like. I'll line it with this. This is 223. I gotta shave that too. I got a little stash going on here. Too much facial hair. I actually shaved my legs last night, but I didn't do any kind of hair removal on my face. My eyebrows. It's too much. Too freaking much. And I always take concealer if you kind of get out of line a little bit, or if you want to really like sharpen it up. I take a concealer. Well, this is the concealer I used earlier for my eyebrows. Lipstick. Let's see what Sunset Breeze is going to look like. Let's do it. This is Sunset Breeze. It's like a warm nude. I'll just blend it out on my fingers. This is a matte lip. It's going to stay on really good. These are $11.90. It'll dry down to a matte, and then it just will not budge. And what you could do is make it like an ombre. Let's try that. This is the shade Skin. I just want to see how well this works. I'm just experimenting, y'all. So just put it right in the center. I'm going to take my finger. And blend it out. I don't know where my wipe I had went. I was wiping my finger. Hand don't want to go. And we'll touch back up the nude essence around the outer edges. And that's like an ombre lip for you. Thing to do for under eye wrinkles. I have heard that witch hazel helps tighten the skin back up, but I don't know if I would use witch hazel under your eyes. Yeah, I can message you and talk to you about it and give you some advice on that, Vicky. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm catching up. So, for some reason, I don't see messages. I have to kind of swap them over and then swap back, and then they all pop up. It's done that every time I've done a live lately. But, I mean, the eye cream is what I would suggest most importantly would be for your under eyes. But we can talk. And then if you don't like a matte lip, if you're paranoid about the dryness, the lip conditioner is what that's going to help with. Like if you have dry lips and you just really love the way a matte lipstick looks. But first of all, our matte lipsticks, yeah, they're matte, but they're not going to dry your lips out. Like a lot of lip sticks that I've used in the past, $20 lipsticks like Anastasia for one, they are so pretty, but they dry my lips out. And Tarte was another one that I hated, and it leaves like this line on the inside and it looks weird. But ours just seems to not really dry my lips out. They stay on so good too. And I wonder if it's dry enough. It's not quite dry, but they don't really transfer once they dry. I mean, if you're eating and drinking and you're wiping your mouth several times, yeah, it's gonna come off some, but for the most part, like, they stay on really good. And that's why I love a matte. Like, I can't go back to regular lipsticks. I'm not a fan of gloss. I will wear gloss, but I don't wear it all the time just because that's my personal preference, and it's just my hair sticks to it, or it doesn't. Gloss isn't going to last. A matte lipstick is just going to go on and stay on, especially when you're wearing that. Now we're having to wear the mask every time we go out, so a good matte lipstick is going to help prevent that from coming off. But the lip conditioner, Tess was saying that there was an update. I didn't even know that. I'm assuming this is the older package. I don't know if you can still get it or not. I'll have to go look. But this is so good, and it's going to condition your lips, but it doesn't feel like a normal chapstick. It primes your lips, so it preps them and gets them ready for the lip scrub too. I recommend that. Sometimes I'll even wear it with this underneath my matte lips. So just as long as they're nice and scrubbed and nourished, and I use lip mask at night and stuff. My lips peel all the time still, no matter what. But I just continue to like do all the things. But yeah, I would definitely invest in like the lip conditioner if you like matte lipsticks and you want to try our matte lips. But if you don't like a matte look, but you like the shade or something, you can go over it with the lip gloss. And I do that a lot. This is actually supposed to be clear. It's a lip plumper. And it's supposed to be clear, but it's got color on it because I'm always like, I'll take it and just kind of tap it on right in the center just to give me a little bit more of a plumpiness without having gloss all over my lips. And it makes them look, now they're no longer matte. And I'm not interfering with like my whole lip or whatever. And it has a little bit of a cooling, tingly sensation. It's nothing like, it doesn't burn or anything. It's not like that kind of plumper. But I do that a lot just to give it a little bit extra. And it'll tone down a little bit after it kind of sinks in. And, but yeah. But there's several lipsticks, like, there's even regular ones like this. And I love these, but, you know, if it's just a regular lipstick like that, no matter what, it's not gonna, I mean, it's gonna move around. You know what I mean? It's gonna wear off. So that's the only reason why I don't like regular ones. But they're always good for, you know, if you have dry lips or you don't mind to reapply it and you just want to leave it in your bag. But I don't like reapplying. I don't carry makeup in my bag at all. Like, once I put my makeup on, I leave the house and I do whatever, and I'm out however many hours, and my makeup pretty much stays the same. If my lipstick wears off, I'm like, whatever. I have chapstick in my car, but I don't never reapply my lipstick, and I don't know why. I just don't care to. But the Time Locker spray is definitely something that's gonna, you would want to invest in that with if you want your makeup to stay on. I don't like touch-up powder, nothing like that either. My makeup, since I've been using Farmasi, it stays. I used to love so many other foundations, and it would look so pretty for about the first 2-3 hours, and then it's like it started to separate. I get oily around my nose, so that's where I get shiny. I get oily, and then my makeup wears off, and I can't stand the way it looks like grease, like build up right here. Since I've been using Farmasi, it don't do that, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, and that's why I've stuck with it for so long. because even if I was to like quit selling it, I would still use it and still be a customer. No lie, like hands down. And unless I was to find something better, but this is so far like my holy grail. Especially the foundation and the powder, them two things, I could not live without that. Like I would cry if they like change the formula or something like that. The VFX foundation and the face perfecting powder, because those two have been, you don't understand. Like I worked at Sephora, I had access to every type of high-end foundation, and you can take samples home, whether you're a customer, employee, or whatever, and play with anything you want. And so I don't know how they do it now. I haven't been in there since COVID. I don't think they have testers out, but I don't know if you can get samples or not. But I know anyway. I would try. I was like on a mission. Like I want to find the perfect foundation, and yeah, I could make it. I made it look great, but it wasn't like it wasn't I wasn't satisfied. Like I wanted something that was gonna be my perfect shade and was going to last the whole day and wasn't going to make me look oily or greasy and didn't make me dry out, didn't break me out. It covered well, but it didn't feel heavy. Like I had so many things, like I want this perfect foundation. And I could not. I thought, like Huda Beauty was one that I found that I'm like, I love this. But I could not get past the smell. It smells like an old lady perfume, like bad, like strong, like you overdid it, woman. And putting it on, it was almost like made me nauseous. But after you get past it, and you let it settle, it doesn't, you don't really smell it no more. But I hated that about it. And it is $40, and that kind of sucked, spending that much on a foundation. But I'm talking about the Huda Beauty foundation is what I'm talking about. It smells like perfume. But what was I saying? So I loved it, but it still, it was so thick, and I thought I had to have a super thick foundation, and I come to realize I don't need that much coverage. Like this is full coverage enough. Like it looks good. So, and I realized that my skin was getting clogged up. I would get like more breakouts than I normally would, and I've never had that problem. And I would, it did stay on pretty good, but also the shade, I couldn't find a perfect shade. Like it looked okay after I did my concealer and powder and all that, but it wasn't like, I don't know, like I just wasn't satisfied enough. But long story short, when I tried the VFX, I immediately fell in love. And then with the concealer and the powder with it and how it looks after and how well it performed, I was like, okay, well, this looks so good. Now how am I gonna feel about it at the end of the day? And then at the end of the day, I was like examining like all close in the mirror, like, is this stuff really like that good? And I was like, this is so pretty. Like my skin looks so good. Cause like I'll have texture and stuff. You can't probably see, but I can, cause you're just seeing me through a phone. But like in person, I do have texture a little bit on my skin. I used to have it on my forehead real bad. But the skincare also has helped my skin so much. But the Huda, what I was saying, the ingredients in it was so bad. And I'm not bashing that company or that brand or whatever, because I still love Huda. It's just, I thought that was my holy grail foundation. I actually liked Lancome too, but it wouldn't wear. It wouldn't stay on my nose, and it wasn't, the ingredients are not quite as clean. So there were several. I used to think Kat Von D was good, but it was, oh my god, it was so thick. It didn't look very well, like separated. A lot of girls love that Urban Decay All Nighter. That's the most oxidizing foundation I've ever used in my entire life. Like and it is a thicker consistency too, but it is like waterproof. It did last, but girls were having issues with it making them look orange. Like it would be perfectly matched. And then about, I don't know, a few minutes in, it'll start to darken. I didn't know. Oxidation's kind of hard to understand. Like an apple, like if you cut an apple in half, at first it's white, but after the air hits it and it's sitting there for so long, it starts to turn brown. That's kind of how some foundations will do that. So far, there's no issue with that with Farmasi, with their foundations. Now the Stay Matte will darken a little bit, but not much. But the VFX, CC creams, all that, there's no oxidation. Do you need help, Cash? Do you need something? Oh, I thought he was.
I was gonna take that.
Oh, he was in there staring at me like he needed something. But anyway, see, I don't see comments. Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. No. The strong smelling. Shiseido's very strong smelling to me. Well, I haven't tried their foundation, but their skincare was overpowering. But yeah, I just love the VFX. And you might be, that you might not like that, but I do. And I know a lot of people do, and you're definitely not taking a chance on, buying something I would try it, basically, if you were looking for a good foundation. It's good for all skin types, too. Whether you're dry, oily, combination, acne prone, the VFX seems to be like the perfect, it gives like a real pretty satin finish. It's not over matte and it's not over luminous. It's like perfect. The finish of it is so pretty. So I guess I'm just kind of cleaning off some of these brushes because they had some pigment, the glitter stuff on there. And if y'all don't have no questions or nothing, I'll just pop on off. Sorry I haven't been on here in a while. I'm gonna try to get back at it. Sometimes I need motivation just like anybody else. And I got too comfortable being lazy. And I have no excuse. But I'm definitely not going to give up. And I'm not like, I'm always going to, be here. But I will get back into doing more lives is what I'm saying. Like, they're fun. I don't know. I don't know why I wouldn't want to do it. It's like, you're like, I just don't feel like going live. And then once you get on, you're just like, oh, that wasn't bad. That was fun. Like, why did I even feel like I didn't want to do that? But I have nobody else to talk to but a 10-year-old. I know my bed's not made. I don't know, guys. Listen, I live in a single wide trailer, okay? There's only so much I can do. And I be trying to decorate, and it looks god-awful. Look at that. I mean, it's not horrible, but I don't have my own little space. I'm not good at decorating. I don't know. I have told y'all before, when it comes to interior design or decorating or being feng shui, I ain't got it. The only thing that I'm good at is makeup, and I don't know why I don't have that bone in me. And same with clothes, with fashion and trying to put outfits together. I struggle. I literally struggle. I'm not going to lie. I really do. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to go now. Thank y'all. Hey, Linda, I'm leaving. I probably look well put together, Tess, because that's the only time I'll take pictures is when I look actually decent. And I probably had help with my outfit. Okay, bye. Come here, Linda.
Say, hi, Kitty. This is the sweetest cat in the whole world. She is so sweet. She is so sweet.
Her eyes look yellow. She really is, like, so sweet. She has never tried to, like, bite or scratch anybody. And she's so loving. And she's nosy. And she likes to get in stuff. And then we got Lucy. Come here, Lucy. She's a little bit more of a B word. Come here. Come here. I can't get her. Come here, Lucy. Come here. Come here. She can be loving, but she's usually kind of like, just don't mess with me. But she's beautiful. And she's super, super soft. She's like, put me down. She's a bobtail. Her tail's like that big. But she will occasionally. She's never swatted at me. But like, Cash wants to mess with her and she won't put up with that. But Linda, Cash could throw her around and mess with her, and she doesn't. She's just like, whatever. I'll do whatever. Lucy's like, Alright, bye. I'm a cat lover. Who else is a cat lover? Okay, I'm gonna end it.
You want another cat.
I want 3 cats.